Everything that she said and every reason that she's given is a complete and utter fabrication and lie.
We've all been lied to our whole lives. Can't you bloody tell? Across the ocean.
Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right, it's party day today for Mrs. G. I've got a few moments because I've just had to nip to Morrison's to get some more food. So I thought this would be an opportune moment to get a quick video out. God knows when it's going to be uploaded. God knows when it's going to turn up, but I've got to do what I've got to do. So, we were all lied to. Shock horror. I know, surprise, surprise. It turns out that there was no black hole. I mean, but then again, when she banged on about the £22 billion black hole, that didn't exist either. In fact, due to the OBR figures, we were actually plus 4.2 billion. So, as the previous video said, remember, they're doing it all on purpose. They knew that they had money. They knew they had the opportunity not to be as harsh as they are and have been, but they made a choice to do so. Everything that she said and every reason that she's given is a complete and utter fabrication and lie. Literally. She said we had 40 billion and we were nowhere near that. In fact, we were over. So what you have to understand is, and it plays into the last video quite nicely, is everything that they're doing is being done specifically on purpose. It is being done to destroy, to beat down, to quash us as a race. They don't want us anymore thinking for ourselves and being reliant upon ourselves. They want us completely reliant upon the state, and therefore, once you're reliant on the state, you can't say or do anything. It's that simple. The conscious choice has been made to do what they're doing, when in reality, she didn't need to do any of it. I mean, the new welfare by scrapping the 2-child cap limit, which of course all the Muslims are really, really cheering about. Now everybody's going to go, and I'm sure I'm going to get some comment, because I always do, it's lifted children out of politics. Bollocks. Absolute fucking bollocks. You see, our definition of poverty in the West is not poverty. I've seen real third world poverty. I've seen it firsthand. And what you call as poverty here is nowhere fucking near it. It really isn't. An awful lot of child poverty is done because of choices by parents, where their priorities are the wrong way around. When my wife left me, my first wife left me with just 2 little kids, I went hungry. I made sure that my kids were fed and they were okay, because that's what you do. I didn't do what a lot of parents do, and this is probably going to cause me to get a load of abuse, but I don't give a shit, because I always tell you as I see it, is I see all these parents screaming poverty, and we haven't got this, while they're talking on the new iPhone, smoking 50,000 fags a week, and drinking like fishes, and having 9 dogs, cats, and God knows what else, because their priority isn't the kids, it's them. Because throughout the years, with the shitty education system that we've had, and the way we've changed societal-wise, we've bred a bunch of selfish, arrogant, angry arseholes. And they're also as thick as fucking pig shit. And I'm sorry if I'm swearing, but it really annoys me when I see them all screaming about lifting children out of poverty. And then when you go to these houses and they're in poverty, they're not. The parents are fine. You know, they'll sit there going, oh, we can't afford to eat, 50-inch TV, PlayStation 5, iPhone, fags, booze, everything else that makes their life comfortable, but not the priority. When you have children, your priority is not your life, it's their lives, and making sure that they have the best possible life. If that means you have to go without food, that's what it means. And now you've scrapped it, the 2-child cap limit, you're going to have people popping babies out left, right and centre, not because they want them, but they can see that it's a new way of getting a brand new phone. And you may vehemently disagree with me. I couldn't give a shit. It's how I see it. You know, you have children because you want them, not because they're a check, a payment into your bank. That's not how it works. So, as I digressed off on that, she has done that with a 2-child cap, which is 3 billion. Apparently, we were 4.2 billion in profit. So she's 1.2 billion still in profit by doing that. And yet she still taxes the living shit out of everybody. Because the reason it went up is because more people were working and the wages went up, which means she collected more tax. But of course, she's a densile twat. Well, no. They make it look like they're the densile twats, where it's quite obvious that the more people you make unemployed, the less tax revenue you gain. But, you know, they want us all on the state. And then the biggest question, which no one ever answers, is, well, if we're all on the state benefits and we're all reliant upon the state, where the fuck does the money come from? Ever thought about that for a moment? Yeah, because no one ever questions that. If no one's working, so therefore no one's generating any tax income, where does the money come to pay for you? Have a good think. Any case, I better get going. I've got stuff to do. Ways to support the channel down below. If you like what I'm saying, agree with what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button and ding that bell. I know this one may be a little bit controversial, but the simple truth of the matter is I only tell you how I see it. Every video I do is my opinion, my viewpoint, from my heart. And if you don't like it, so be it. If you have subscribed, you can like, you can share, you can comment. If the AI bot, which likes to delete comments for no reason, and you need to still speak to me coming up on the screen right now, gobstertalks@yahoo.com, which is an email address where you can get in contact with me in the strictest of confidence, unless, of course, you wish me to disclose stuff. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, while I go and rush in to find some corn cocktail sausages, because a vegan is coming to the party, so I suppose I better make an effort. I'll catch you in the next one.
You said to me that you can't stand the world you're living in no more. I can't say